Hello, 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 and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of Rime of the Frostmaiden. My name is John, and I am joined by Richard.
Hello.
By Random Shan.
Hello.
By Kiri.
Hello, everyone.
Yay.
By Sean.
Okay, the new.
By Tanny. And by Amy. And Jeff is on his way.
He should be.
And we are here
Should
to play some...
Should we tell everyone that he's on his way?
Yeah, let everybody know. Just put it out there. Tell everybody that he's on his way.
All right.
He's got new friends and new places to see.
Yeah, you know, just the important things. Just let everybody know. Last time, oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
Oh boy, oh boy. For the sake of this, actually, I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something I don't normally do.
John's going to become a 90-year-old man to do it? What was that?
I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to turn to a message that I sent to Kiri to catch him up on what's happened in the last couple of sessions.
Was it just shit got real?
In
all caps.
Buckle in, kiddos. So in the last couple of sessions, the group has infiltrated Grimskalle, the skull-shaped fortress that the Frostmaiden is using as her home on the mortal plane, aiming to find the Codicil in White. They discovered an elderly frost giant with some level of blindness who directed them to the basement, where they faced 4 trials to prove their worth to the Frostmaiden. During the test of isolation, they faced a grueling night watch with eldritch horrors pressing in from the darkness. During the watch, several of the group failed their wisdom saving throws and suffered from backlash from the eldritch horrors. Cherish completely lost their memory. After a second round of saves, Moss, Cherish, and AJ turned against the party and fought against everyone else. On leaving the trial, Cherish still couldn't remember her past, and so Moss beseeched Dawnwalker to return her memories. A mysterious third Fae, calling himself Drake, appeared, apologised for intercepting the call, and said that he was an interested neutral third party, calling Dawnwalker a bit of a stick in the mud. In a minor exchange, he promised to return both Cherish and Moss's missing memories, although Moss's memories are still hazy. AJ has revealed to Cherish and Carrion that they are feeling bad about the plan to return the sun, and they feel like they are burning and no one is paying any attention to them. Moss is piecing their memory back together. Snicket doesn't like what happened when he turned against the party. Carrion has copied a spell from the Codicil of White into his spellbook and sent a message to his mum apologising for Moss missing her during their last visit. And Cherish has received a call from a new friend of her brother saying that she had been sent to Caer Dineval to find out what happened after the dragon rampage, but her search party seems to have been captured by devil-worshipping cultists, and they're going to be fed to something. Word limit reached.
Interesting.
And we've lost Tanny.
And we've lost Tanny.
So frightening we lost Tanny.
There we go.
It's Tanny.
Obsolete Goat has subscribed for 7 months in a row. So welcome back, Obsolete Goat. Welcome into the Final Boss Fight Nights. You have arrived back in Bremen, on the edge of the Sea of Moving Ice. A little trip away from Bremen, but more or less there.
I miss anything? My thing decided to close Discord and Google for some reason. I was not even doing anything. Yeah, go straight machine. So it's all good.
TPK.
Yes,
fuck.
TPK. What are the group's plans?
Probably get something to eat, have a sit down.
Have a little cry.
A little cry. have a nap.
There was some discussion, at least from Snicket, of once we were in a safer place, not in the middle of a ice fortress belonging to an evil god or something, to sort of reflect on what that people wanted to do, not just as in the next bit of the quest, but like, oh, does everyone want to stay in the party? Or some people like, this is too much now. There seem to be some existential crises going on.
Okay. So you can make your way back into Bremen. It's a few hours trip from the docks where Ungerjuk can drop you off. Ungerjuk being unable to go any further because he's a whale.
You mean he can't
They don't
fly?
let whales in.
They don't do great on land or
What kind of stupid whale is this? Jesus.
And let me double check what the heck is in Bremen. What the heck is in Bremen?
What the heck?
What the fuck, Richard? Wait.
It's just one statue of a horse, and that's it. That's all that's in Bremen.
Bremen has 5 taverns. They are
they have a problem. Okay.
They are all in one town square.
They have a very big problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
The story that AJ knows and would likely have shared with everybody else.
That's right. Yeah, we went over this briefly when we went through the last time. Yeah.
5 brothers originally intended to build a tavern together, but they all got into an argument over how to run it, and much like the Twix company, they all settled for building the taverns next door to each other to compete for customers with their brothers. The taverns are all still running, so they're getting a decent business, but they are not amazing. You have the 5 taverns called Stones, Even Keel, the River's Mouth, the Grumpy Moose, and the Black-Bearded Brother.
Was this where I'd had the confrontation with the guy in the bar about the bounty notice?
This is where
shouldn't
you
go to that bar.
spotted the bounty notices for both yourself and for apparently Snicket.
Mm-hmm. We shouldn't go back to that one because I insulted them, and I think I've robbed them in some regard. But
you've got other choices. Though. There are.
Hey, we're not spoiled.
There are 4 other
choice.
I do think it'd be worth us all having a chat to see how we're doing.
Yeah.
You find a quiet corner in one of the taverns.
No, we all find one quiet corner in each of the caverns.
We all go into each tavern.
You each take a different corner of a different tavern.
Yeah.
And just yell out the window.
Yeah. No, I've got a can and a string. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I go ahead.
No.
I'd have had to go ahead if it's the person who wants to have this conversation isn't here.
I think Sniggert's sentiments were mirrored by a lot of the group in some way. That like stuff's happening and we're not, like, internal things are happening and we're not attending to them. You know, like we're so busy killing dragons and stealing shit from ice fortresses that we're not, you know, dealing with some big problems people are having.
Then we might need to have a word with some mental health.
Yeah.
Are you saying that we should do an intervention? Is that what it is you're doing?
No. Just
a conversation more than anything.
Yeah.
Oh, Bryn, you're back to normal.
Was there anything else?
Brim's been
Yeah,
quiet the last 3 days after being possessed by a ghost for a day and a bit.
I had relayed this to Bryn.
I had to relearn how to talk.
Brim knows that he's been quiet for a while. Like, he's not shocked to find out that he's been quiet for a few days.
His arms are very tired from T-posing everywhere.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say.
So,
Well.
did the rest of us, are we aware of the particular problems AJ was having, or was that being kept between...
That particular
Cherish.
discussion has thus far been kept between Cherish and Carrion and
I think
AJ.
you would have certainly heard AJ, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
AJ wasn't quiet.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
And I don't feel like you bounced out of that room being like, yay, everything's great. Like,
he's very much kept to himself. The smile has slowly come back, but you can tell it's very forced.
well, I shall start. I mean, me and Cherish, we killed some people. That was a lot.
Is it though?
Well, it should be.
You killed two. You killed what was it? 5 innocent old people?
4, I think.
4.
4?
And it was 2 each. Yeah. Yeah. No,
It's different from killing a brigand or a goblin that's trying to attack us.
To be honest, that is fair. I didn't really think much of that, to be honest with you. My mind just goes numb when I kill. And I didn't think about them, being
Kill
innocent.
anything?
It's hard to say. I don't think when I kill anything.
Okay. Carrion shuffles away a little bit.
Oh, no, it worries Cherish that happens. Like, no, don't think of that, like, as in, the fact is that when you're a soldier, we are taught to steal our minds. Like, we have
And kill indiscriminately?
Yeah. This is a war. This is becoming a war crimes tribunal, let alone an intervention.
Hey, I will not commit any cruel one. God,
Crawl rhymes.
crimes.
You,
Sorry, I'm.
Verlaine is just sort of writing in her book, eyebrow raised at this conversation.
She's not part of this.
She's nearby.
Go to one of the other taverns. This is private in-party business.
I'm sorry, I was traveling with you.
Yeah.
I
We're
mean,
all
she
burying
just
ourselves
literally
here.
had, like, think about this, Dax. She has just come through, like, having to deal with everything at this point with us, like, privacy and everything.
If you need
So-
your privacy, I'll go and
It's just
If
I give her like a couple of gold, like a gold coin, and say just go get yourself a drink at the bar. Just
go to the movies and come back.
I'll see
Just
you
looks
in a
at-
few hours.
I mean, she was taking notes. I was people see me.
She could possibly just be taking notes about her findings that we were at the fortress thing. Couldn't it just be? No, I would be very surprised if she was to.
She takes the gold and leaves.
yeah.
But yeah, yes, I like the killing of those 2 people has weighed heavily on me a little bit, even though I don't know what else we could have done.
Well, with that, there was no. I don't think there was a right answer. They were going to die regardless of what we did.
Yeah. And like I've killed a lot of people, I've killed a lot of monsters and stuff, but not normally tied up people who've done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a burden you'll have to carry for the rest of your life. But you, Dax, I've seen your actions, and I believe them to be honorable. Just try to forgive yourself after you've done enough good in their name.
Oh, I mean, I'm not that upset. It's probably, but I just felt it was perhaps the way to get other people to share would be to share myself, and
Well, that's very suggestive of you, Dax.
very suggestive.
Yeah, give yourself. Was that what I think you just said?
Well, I would share, and that would help other people share because you create.
Yeah, share yourself. I'm sorry, Mum. She's thinking something.
Oh,
What? He said it in a different way, not me.
out of the gutter, please.
Someone's confessing their tortured psyche and someone making innuendos.
Really not the time.
I'm sorry. It seems like I'm really causing humor out my issue right now. I normally don't do that, but it's just...
Well, I feel like another sort of bush that we're sort of beating around is this Drake Fae that you encountered and got your memories back from. Who are they? What relation do they have to you?
They said they were a third party. So I assume
Nothing
that
else.
means no links, but they were interested. They wouldn't tell me anything else. They weren't who I was after anyway.
Aye.
And I don't think they just intercept that message by accident.
And
Like.
And Dawn hasn't heard of this person either, I don't think. Never. Am I correct on that one, John?
No, I've not heard of them before.
Oh,
There you go.
God.
Oh, right.
No, I lost a skill.
Is that because cause they've given us a name of Drake and they've appeared before us, but that wouldn't be their real name and it might not be their real appearance. So
They are very
but,
careful with their true names.
I'm assuming that Dawn's literally just popped on,
No, this
popped in a
is
chair.
you can hear this.
It would have been funny if he actually just popped in the church chair. Hello.
Still, I don't understand if he could bring back part of my memory, why the rest didn't join it.
Probably because he wants something else out of you.
Maybe.
Like
I mean,
give you a taster of these are your memories, but not all of them. But if you pay me something important, I might give the rest.
because I suppose he has demonstrated he can do it. If he'd said, "Oh, I want firstborn child or £1 million of gold," you can you even do what you're saying you can? But he's demonstrated that he can.
He, I think, seemed surprised that they weren't all back, was the sense that I got. But I could be wrong. It was all a lot.
Cherish, you hear in your head again.
Yep.
Another alternative. He can only return what he has taken.
Interesting thought. Dawn just told me that he can only return what he has taken.
That would
So
mean
He
there's
taken
another.
So maybe he was the one. Maybe
If
he was the
can't
one who
return
took it in the
all
first
of the memories, it could be that he doesn't have the others.
I will repeat this to everyone else.
Just means something else is the cause for your general memory loss, which is
Maybe.
Well, I mentioned this to Moss while we were talking on the ride over here, that it's multiple memory wipes. So when they were in the circus, their memory had already been wiped with their identity, and then at some point they were taken from the circus or left the circus, appeared in the snow with another memory wipe. And when they were in the circus, they were aware their memory they'd lost their memory. So and we don't even know that, there's been one more memory wipe. There could be, you could get your memory, you could be at this, it could be happening every 2 months. How would you know?
I'd not thought of it like that, but you're not wrong.
Are there side effects to that many mind wipes?
It might make things very muddled. Possibly cause weirdness because of the overlapping nature of some of the stuff, but I don't think it would do major. I don't think it would be irreparable damage. I don't think.
None of you knew me before, so there'd be no way to tell anyway.
I mean, you've now received some of your memories back, and you're still pretty much the same. So
they're not quite in order yet, but I think they're.
But it's not like you were Moss. You got your memories back. You now hate babies.
Yes.
It's there's not been a drastic change. So
I still don't understand why they called me Amber, though. That's not. The memory doesn't make sense. That's.
Well,
I know Moss, the name, came from my necklace. And it's amber with moss in it.
So you may have had that. So,
and that's why I chose that name, because I needed something that I had. So maybe my mind has been wiped more times, and each time I've gone to the necklace.
Is that an ordinary necklace? Have we ever checked this for any sort of magical properties or?
In the various times we've done detect magic, has it pinged?
It's not a magical necklace.
It's just a little necklace.
It is, as Moss states, it is a chunk of amber with moss embedded inside.
I mean, what if we? I'm not sure as well. What if we broke it open?
Then we'd have a broken necklace.
Yeah, but I mean, do people normally have necklaces with? I mean, I'm not knocking any particular culture here. Do people normally have necklaces made of amber with moss within them? Is that a tradition? Is that a style?
No.
I mean, if they're from the Fey, if they're a Ladrin, as you said, they're from the Feywild. I have no idea what their kind of traditions are.
Well, amber's quite common as sort of stone type. It's actually sap, so
it
can be quite
makes
easily
sense
harvested.
for the moss to be entrapped in there because it's part of plant life.
Anything can get trapped in amber.
Would it get trapped in the Fey place? Would they have trees to make amber?
It's just amber is just really, really old tree sap. So if they have old trees, really old trees, most likely they will have something that is the equivalent of amber.
If they've got trees, I would have thought so.
I mean, my experience with the Feywild is that things change and it doesn't follow the physical rules that we have here. Mm-hmm. And it might be one thing 1 minute and then something else the next.
In your feelings about the Feywild, Dax, things change, and also things stay the same. Like, the Feywild is a place of both great change from the mortal world, but there are elements of the Feywild that have stayed the same for millennia.
I shall relay this. I know we talked about looking into some of the circuses that are in the Feywild or travel to the Feywild. I think I was going to talk to my mums about this, but I don't think I've done that yet.
Don't trade for it.
No.
Just
I mean,
that everything's a deal. Don't on my behalf.
I mean, but something you might know I'll do sometimes I'll make a deal with people for a copper coin, and that's what I get. It's just the formality of it. It's not it wouldn't be like you can make a deal. It doesn't necessarily be for anything big. It can just be
I think at the moment, at least, until I can make more sense of these memories and get them in some sort of line, there's more things here to be dealing with.
Yeah, and once you get your memories in order, you might have some names of people that can narrow down the search for which circus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, if it's hopping in and out of the Feywild, surely it would have some renown.
Possibly, I would have thought so.
Does anyone know of any circuses that might have been to the Feywild?
No.
No.
I'm a one-man band.
I came from further south. I don't know anything about circuses that would be around.
Yeah, I'm from the Underdark.
I come from a capital city. Do I know?
I mean, if this is a circus that's traveling into the Feywild and out, I don't think there's any geographical location.
They definitely would avoid the Underdark. Like, they're very not welcome.
Yeah.
There.
I don't know.
In my head, would Dawn say something?
No.
He possibly would, to be fair.
Dawn's just sipping tea. It's like, ooh.
He's now coming onto the table. He's definitely like getting by the table now. He's like,
Carrion is just drinking a big cup of milk and chiming in when it's something he might be able to chime in with.
Pretty much same.
Dawn's got popcorn from somewhere.
Just suddenly.
Sorry, this is going to sound like a very silly question. We didn't level up in the time that I was gone, right?
I don't believe so.
Not as of
To level 7?
Well, we did.
7.
No.
I believe we're all still that level. Yep, 7.
Yes.
Wonderful. Awesome. Cool. Good.
So sounds like we'll work on this.
Roll me a history check.
Have a second.
Actually, Cherish, roll me a history check as well.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. Normal, I imagine.
12.
Ooh, I would like to use some luck on that if I could, please.
Oh, really? You didn't fancy the 2 you rolled?
Yeah. No, I don't want the 2 that I rolled. Thank you very much.
Why not? That 2's perfectly nice.
Watch as 1 comes out now.
Oh, sorry, my computer's having a time.
There we go.
Ah, okay.
All right, yeah, I'll take that better. Yeah.
That's more reasonable.
That's
more
more
like
reasonable.
Yeah.
Cherish, you personally have not heard of any circuses. Like, you have heard of Let me do this again.
Oh, I've never heard of this circus
Okay, we've
you
had
speak of.
parades and circuses in Neverwinter. but
You've
I
had
can't
parades and
remember the
circuses
name of
within Neverwinter. You've never heard of any that
Go to the Fae.
Go to the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
Bryn,
Aye.
you would remember having seen a flyer or maybe a poster stuck up somewhere for the Witchlight Carnival.
Yeah! Sorry.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes! Sorry. Yes!
You don't remember a lot of details about it. You do remember seeing it was being advertised as a realm jumping circus. Very few performances. Once every decade chance to see it. Ensure you get your tickets early, sort of thing.
I think it was the whole super going to get the edge.
Yeah.
Why did you think of this? I haven't gone myself, but I've heard of a plane hopping carnival before. I drank one of the carnies. The sorcerers, clothed, the Witchlight, the Witchlight Carnival. It said, I remember seeing a flyer for it. A once in a decade sort of chance to see it.
Interesting. John, does that ring any bells?
No.
With the chunks of memory she's got back. Okay.
No.
Sounds so devastating. No.
No.
No. Not ringing any bells yet. I say yet in hope.
Yet. There's some optimism.
Well, it's the only one I know of who.
Good to know that they're a thing, though. But I didn't think that they might exist in this realm. But it's something at least.
Although I doubt they'll come up here for it. They're need a lot of space and a lot of warmth.
Yeah. I can't imagine tents and things stand up too well against the snow either. Not on that scale.
It really depends. I wonder if they're... Well, the flyer had a great big sort of river around it. So I imagine they're... if they would have ice skating on a frozen river around it. Something.
Maybe. Interesting. I'll keep thinking. But
it might be worth pointing out, Moss, that I do know that memories are a thing you can. They are a commodity that you can sell, make deals with.
okay. So does that mean I maybe made a deal?
It
Maybe.
could.
I don't think I'd do that, but I wouldn't if I didn't remember. That's not a pleasant thought.
And there could be, very serious extenuating circumstances where that would seem like a good idea.
Yeah. I'll keep piecing the puzzle together. I'll figure it out. Hopefully. But Brim, how are you doing now that you're back to you?
Well, besides, it's a lot quieter now. But I'm I'm doing all right. That was certainly an experience. And as fun as it was, it's one I certainly do not want to repeat.
I'm glad you're back.
Me. Well, I didn't go anywhere. I was still here.
Like at the front, like.
Right. Aye. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be back too.
AJ, how are you doing?
I was about to ask an out character question. Does, in the context of the story, does Brim remember any of that time being possessed?
I believe all of it.
Yeah,
Hey, shit. So AJ, you're doing all right. AJ puts the head in their like little talons, kind of leans their elbows across the table. I'm like, I'm absolutely wonderful.
Insight check.
You don't even need to insight.
I don't even need to insight check.
It's fairly clear that they are stretching the truth about as far as it's possible to stretch it, and then some.
Then some, indeed.
They are not okay.
Look, I'm not stupid. You all heard what you heard, and it's fine. Everybody has a breakdown once in a while. You just unfortunately saw it not in private. But don't worry about it.
Worried about you?
The Avian of Joy. It's a little. We're worried.
It's okay to not be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know we've said this.
I know, but if you're still not okay, you can be not okay.
I'm better than I was before. I have apparent conflicts with our goals. I think that's the thing that's concerning me and is distressing me at times. But it's fine. I'm still working with you guys. Not going to betray you or anything.
That's not what we're talking. We're not
No.
self-meeting or anything like that, you know.
Yeah, don't worry. This is not an intervention, of course.
Several shadowy figures behind you just and turn away.
I know, AJ, where you were from before you were AJ. There was limited things that you could be, limited ways you could feel.
Mm.
And then when you left there, you became the Avian of Joy.
Yes.
But you don't have to just be joy. You can be anything. You don't have to limit yourself just to joy.
But it's awful when anything else comes out. It's like I'm burning. It hurts.
No one's full of joy all the time.
But that's what I mean. It's if I do have that feeling, it's like a world is ending. That's what it feels like.
You're back at that place where you were just burning under the sun, right?
I was trying to beat around the bush there, Cherish, but yes.
I'm sorry!
I feel like just making them
I'm sorry!
about the horrible thing is probably not the best thing to do, but yeah, still.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Subtlety, thy name is Cherish.
It's just coming out of me today. I'm not gonna lie. No, out of character, I'm just not even being Cherish. I'm really not playing my character at the moment. I'm all over the place in real life. I apologize, audience.
Look, the point being is, I know my goals conflict, and there are times it feels like the end is coming, the thought of the sun coming back, and I thought none of you cared. And that's absolutely my fault because I hid that. And I'm sorry I hid that.
AJ, you're not just sort of our guide.
Well,
you're also our friend.
Let's be clear, they're not the guy.
Yeah, no. Well,
they're the guys
I mean,
me.
you want to pay me. So.
Yeah,
Cherish is still paying me.
Hey, I'm trying to pay you. Just like that.
I just put a hand just on Dex. It's like I know. I know. Well, and I just
Didn't even have a map.
just like a stabilizing hand on Dex. Just I know.
You're our friend, and we care about you and your well-being. I understand that that the sort of eventual goal that we have is terrifying to you, and the worst. The world is ending. The sort of the clouds will part and they'll be there again. I know there are other places that don't see the sun as much as other places, and here being one of them, much won't change and just be a little lighter at times. Do your steps burn every time that you walk towards this goal?
Not literally. It feels that way.
Do you like the 10 towns, AJ, aside from the lack of sun?
I mean, it's better than I had before.
I am going to say, it is no offense to the 10 towns. There's much nicer places, even underground, like without the sun. There's whole worlds, of different places, like you can make a great life for yourself in many, many places where you'll know you're not going to live in a place where they think it's a good idea that when the chips are down, they'll go, we'll sacrifice people, right? There's places where they wouldn't do that, and nicer places.
Why do you think I'm still here? I'm living in a place where people are at risk of sacrifice. I'm here to make sure they can forget that for at least a minute. The sun not being here is a nice bonus.
AJ, as you bring a lot of joy to a lot of people to forget sort of the hardness in their lives. Is there something you do to forget the hardness in yours? And don't say performing. That's for other people.
Well, if I can't see it in myself, since I'm clearly failing so much, why else can't I see it in somebody else? And like the smile's fading as soon as he admits that.
Why are you failing?
Who are you failing?
Myself. It's like he brings his like talons up to his face, and it's like it almost looks like he's clawing to his feathers a little bit when he says myself.
Are you willing to speak on the hammer?
I'm tired. I'm tired.
We don't have to talk about it now, if that's...
No, I don't want to talk about it now.
We can move on to someone else's existential crisis.
But when you do want to talk about it, we are here.
The smile comes back, but it's like you can tell it's just not fully genuine. They're just like, well, thank you for reminding me. That's really nice of you all. I just need to think about this. Can I have a minute to myself?
Sure.
They just get up and leave.
There's 4 other taverns.
Aye, there are 4 other taverns.
Dax.
But he just walks in a different party that's having a...
We see
Sorry.
4 variations of Aarakocra.
Yeah.
Each go into a different tavern.
A voice in your head, Dax.
Sup, bitch?
Bob, that's... Sorry, I missed that, John. I don't know if my sound cut out there. Or...
Sounds like somebody could be doing with making a deal.
I'm assuming this is my mum's, is it?
One of your mothers.
One of them, yeah. Who do you think?
Somebody can forget their problems.
Well, as incidentally you're listening in, we've got a lot of problems right now.
The sun comes back and they forget the burning. They just remember the joy.
Well, Mum, it seems a short-term fix, to be honest. Like, they'll have other problems. But, I'll think about talking to them about...
have solutions. The right price.
I mean, I'll think about raising it with them. As we've discussed before, don't approach any of the group. You come through me.
Yes, you've said they're off limits.
Yeah. But I'll mention it as an option. I think they should be able to make an informed choice. But while I've got you,
yes.
Fey carnivals that go in the Feywild. Witchlight carnival?
That is one of them.
Would they mess with people's memories? Or could that happen at such a place?
Possible. They, they tend to exact a heavy price for those who don't pay for the tickets. We've had some dealings with extracting items from those found not to be paying the price of entry. We used to work with one called the Dancing Phoenix. Oh, he's gone away. Oh dear.
Oh, he's got a.
This is mighty inconvenient. Fell asleep.
I was talking into his head, so none of you can hear this.
I know, it's weird.
It seems like this is really awkward.
Yeah, hello?
Echoes a little bit.
He's going through a tunnel, son.
Wait, what the fuck? Who's on the line?
I don't know who.
There he comes. Yay!
Hello?
I think you got the wrong number.
Yeah. So last thing I heard was in would they be able to help us get to the carnival after they mentioned the Dancing Phoenix?
Well, the Dancing Phoenix is closed down now.
Oh, yeah.
They merged with another, the Blue Moon.
They're a Starbucks now.
If you find where you want to go, we might be able to help.
Well, thank you, as always. How are the others? Are they well?
Yes, they're watching their stories.
Oh,
you know how they are.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Well, try not to do anything too evil, I suppose.
It's just who we are.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to ask me, or weird deal suggestions you want me to pass on, or?
I mean, any other existential crises? We have a little bit of experience helping come to terms with those.
Okay.
We have a little bit of experience with helping people come to terms with the end of their existence, if that is what is needed.
No, that's not what's needed. But I'll bear this in mind.
Remind Snickety still owes us.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that, but
he
made anyway.
The deal.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if he should have power of attorney over himself. So like,
are you saying his contract signing is null and void?
Potentially.
We shall investigate this in the courts, you know.
I'm not as certain that right now. I'm just, putting that forward. Well, look, we're getting into the weeds here.
Remember, they could forget the pain.
I'll mention this in these vague, ominous suggestions. I'll pass them on.
Use your honey tongue. You're always
All right.
That's it. I'm done.
Yeah. That was weird.
Damn, but mama!
AJ from outside. Yes, please!
Somehow, people don't trust my voice.
Yeah. I mean, I think your voice is fine. I think it's saying things like honey tongue is the problem. I think that's what unsettles people more.
silvered tongue.
That's already better. That's already better.
Your honeyed words.
Right. Anyway, I'm going to let you go.
Don't forget to write.
Yes. Say hello to the others. Give them my love.
Don't forget to eat something. You're looking thin.
Eat your greens.
Damn it, Amy.
I am actor.
I am an actor.
I do not like the cone of shame.
I shall at some point mention to the various people about suggestions of speaking to my mums about their various problems, but not right now.
Carrion sips his milk.
Well, what do people do now?
I'm outside having a sulk. I don't know about the rest of you.
Carrion is going to go out and investigate the sulk.
It is I, the sulk.
I was going to say, as he starts to get up, Moss is just going to say, Carrion, are you okay? There's been a lot. Like a lot.
I'm good. I just need to just concentrate on what I'm doing, and yeah.
But it's been one thing after another.
Yeah, and I mean, I knew it was going to be. I mean, admittedly, I didn't think it was going to be anywhere near as much as this, going out into the world, but I'm good.
You know, as you said to AJ, it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah. I know. I know it's good. I know it's okay to be not be okay. I know it's okay to not be okay, and I admit I do have some things on my mind, but it's things that I need to think about before I voice them. So I need to do that.
If you don't want to say to the whole group, maybe just pick one of us. Just, so you've got someone to talk to. You don't have to be by yourself.
I know. Thank you. And I'll keep that in mind. Because I know everyone has just aired a lot right now, and so I will. It's just I need to figure things out.
Okay.
But thank you. And I hope your memories get all silted soon.
Thank you. I hope so.
I ran outside.
They're so in love.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I am going to poke my head out the door of the tavern and look to see if AJ is just outside or if he's...
AJ is standing motionless, feathers dramatically blowing in the breeze.
Well, just like in the middle of the street.
Maybe like just on the corner of a building or something, just leaning.
I thought you were going to say just perched on the corner of a building.
Yeah, he just perches there. He pecks at the roof the roof tile. I'm just going to sidle along the wall towards him. So,
Yes.
how you doing?
How do you think?
Bad.
I mean, bad is a very strong word. I would say borderlining the negatives.
So bad.
Not great.
So bad.
Stop that. Fuck, what's the word?
I don't know. You've not told me it.
I'm trying to think of the word.
Is it the bird? Is the bird the word?
No, it's not the word. Well, you don't want to be something. What's the fucking word? I forgot. I've full on forgotten the word. I'm gonna kill.
What, like in a gender way, or?
No. I'm gender bad.
Oh.
I am. That's it. Reluctantly bad.
Reluctant. Why are you reluctantly bad?
I don't want you to see me like this. I'm ashamed of it.
You don't need to be ashamed of it.
It's embarrassing, and it's not nice to look at.
I mean, it's better than you forcing a smile and pretending to be fine when you're not. Because then I know there's something wrong, and then I can try and help.
They full drop the smile at this point. This is a very real AJ.
See, now I know there's something wrong.
I don't even know what I can say. I tried to kill two of you.
You weren't in your right mind when you did that.
I wasn't in my right mind, but in a way, the anger was real. And that was awful.
Yeah, anger's pretty bad. But it means that, it let you realize something was wrong, and did someone leave? Oh, there's it. Someone just turned on. Anyway, but yeah,
go away, Snicket.
it let you know that something was wrong. It let you know that something was wrong, and so now you know something's wrong, and we can talk about that and stuff.
But I don't want there to be something wrong.
But there is. You can want there to not be something wrong. You can try and wish there to be not something wrong. But if there's something wrong, there's something wrong.
If there's something wrong, if I'm feeling miserable, I'm going back to what I was.
No.
Then what am I?
You're
what
AJ.
am I if I'm not Rillen or the Avian of Joy? What else is there?
You're you.
And who is me?
That's what you got to find out. Like I said, I mean, there's no reason you can't be the Avian of Joy, but it doesn't mean that you have to be happy all the time and force yourself to be happy all the time. You gotta process things, and you gotta
have to be happy. I've put myself in a world where people are scared and miserable every day. And like I said, if I can distract them from that from a couple of minutes, then I succeeded.
Yeah. And you are succeeding.
I'm not.
Whenever you perform for people in Icewind Dale, they're happy. And they do forget their problems for a little bit, but that doesn't mean that you have to hurt yourself to do it. Because otherwise there wouldn't be an Avian of Joy, and then they wouldn't be able to be happy because you weren't there.
I'm hurting myself.
By forcing yourself to be happy, yes. When you're sad, you need to be sad. When you're angry, you need to be angry. You need to be what emotions you are when you are.
I am angry.
Yeah.
And
it's okay to be angry, and it's okay to be sad, and it's okay. And just, it comes round like in front of you to hold onto your shoulders. It's okay to be all these things. It's just be you.
But what if I hate me? Then what?
Well, you shouldn't. Because you're great. And you're my friend, and you're wonderful, and I love you as a friend.
Really?
Yeah.
That's... And it's sad, but there's a smile again. That's really nice to hear from you.
Good. But don't hide when you're hurting, because otherwise, like I said, we can't help. Because you need help. If you need, it's okay to ask for help. If you need it.
You know, I've got a secret for you, Carrion.
Okay.
You know, this isn't actually my real voice, right?
It isn't?
Oh. Why do you think I dance and can't sing? Because I tried to make myself sound more like a bird, and then I fucked up my vocal cords. Isn't that stupid?
I mean, it's a bit silly to do that, but, it's not...
It wasn't great.
Well, now I really want to know what you actually sound like, then.
I mean, it's kind of stuck like this. I mean, I suppose in many ways when it gets more eccentric when I'm acting, it sounds more like this. I guess when it comes down to it, it sounds a bit more like this. I don't know, do I sound stupid?
No.
Okay, well, that's a start.
Yeah, I don't think you do. I mean, people assume I'm stupid, and I sound like this, so...
I like how you sound.
And I like how you sound.
And I like how you look.
That's gay.
Shut up!
And I like how you look, but even if you looked different, I would still think you were cool. Just playful touch on shoulder.
And I like you as a person.
And I like you as a person.
You like me despite how broken I am.
Yeah. I like everyone that we're traveling with. I don't know if all of them like me, but I like you because we're best friends. I like Bryn, despite him being chased by some useless demon assassin. I like Snicket, despite the fact he blew up half the party. I like Cherish. Just I like Cherish. There's no, she's not really done anything like that screams broken to me.
Water! It was water! Sorry, continue.
Yeah, of course, yeah, of course, I like, yeah.
Well, I like you all too. Each and every one of you, despite, even if there's something weird, or there's something broken, or they have weird hag parents, or a who just comes in and out every once in a while. I thought everyone was...
It sucks that all of them aren't here to defend themselves.
No, not really. But I think that's the problem. I think I saw all of you, and I saw your emotions and your fears, and I wanted to be the perfect one that you could rely on. But I think I'm the most broken out of all of you.
Oh. Then we're here to... I mean, yeah, we're all got our problems, and we're all a bit broken, but if we all support each other, we won't all fall down.
Then I'm ready to go back in.
Good.
I'm glad you're my best friend.
I'm glad you're my best friend.
But, just one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you do need help with moss...
I don't know what you're talking about.
I did
With
say,
help with what?
I did say I could be your wing man. Caddy and...
What?
We can take our time on that.
He is, like I said, as happened before, his white skin with blue tint is a bit more blue.
You know, I'm jealous of her.
Why? Why?
What? I didn't say anything.
You said you would. You said you would.
AJ needs to learn to use the inside voice.
He is debating whether he pushes that or whether he leaves it. I think he will just nod, file it away for later.
All right, we will go back inside, and before anyone says it's not what you all say.
You came in, you just coming back into the tavern, and you see the majority of people that will look at you and Gary and think, "Bitch, what the fuck you said about me?" Cheryl's just like,
every one of you going, is anyone else's ears burning?
my ears are fine, but I was like, you guys, my ears seem to be fine.
I mean, it's worth pointing out that we have various people who seemingly can listen in all our conversations. You know, Dax's mum's, Doorwalker, so you could just be we all could be getting updates now on.
Oh, well, I know for a fact is that Dawn is one for like a good old juicy gossip.
I like the idea now, like we've got Dax's mum's apparently watching Jeremy Kyle. I like the idea that Dax's mum's and the Dawnwalker have got like popcorn, one of them sipping out of a like large soda cup, and they're just watching this.
Dawn will actually have like a bottle-shaped wine bottle, but the top of it is like literally the glass wine kind of thing. Has anyone seen that before?
Yeah.
And it's just full of whatever wine that changes, like any alcohol. He's always holding it. He's very kind of that kind of thing.
I feel like they walked.
And he would wear the husband killer gown. Oh, my husband had died. Oh, and it's like, that sheer with the feathery cuffs and everything. Does anyone know that bit?
No.
Yeah.
I better. I put Caldrax in it once.
He's
that.
Yeah, he's wearing the. Yeah. That.
I bet the Don Walker and Dax's mums watched the 1% Club together.
Possibly.
Now that Snicket's here, does anybody want to ask if they're okay?
No.
Snicket, are you okay?
Snicket, are you alive?
Snicket, sit at the table and we're going to... We're going to stand in an intimidating circle around you.
I think at this point, though, Cho's just going to quickly go and get a drink and some snacks from the bar. Snacks, and then come back later, and probably just come back a little bit later. Share some pistachios with Moss.
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck do you eat them?
Oh, for some reason she knows, and she'll show you.
Amazing.
Using the shell to open the ones that are harder to open.
Arian returns to his milk.
Milk.
Everybody appears to have stopped now, Jeff. You can speak.
Go, Jeff.
No one said anything to me yet.
How are you doing, Snicket?
Snicker's just sitting there just like quietly. He's still feeling a bit wary of a couple of people, to be honest, I think.
I don't blame him.
You just
Who are you wary of?
Let's see. It's easy to say who I'm not wary of at the moment.
Go for it.
I'm probably not wary of Brim or Carrion. Still a bit wary of Moss and AJ and Cherish mainly, I would have said.
Fucking rude.
You're the ones that attacked us.
Yes.
Rude. How dare you? Audacity.
I will say, Snicket, you notice when AJ comes in, like, it's the first time you've ever seen them have a very sad smile. They will probably, I'd say go get a drink as well.
I know Snicker's just been quiet for a while.
Snicket, I have something to tell you. Back there when Cherish lost her memory, you were around the corner somewhere else. I called for Dawn in the hope that maybe they could help. And a fae called Drake turned up, and I had to make a deal. And I was told I could bring back 2 people's memories. I had to get Cherish's back, and I was so torn as to whether to get yours or mine. And the memories I got back, I didn't even get all of them back, and I feel really bad that I missed the chance to get yours back.
But
I feel selfish.
I don't think I want mine back.
You don't?
You don't?
No, I don't think I do. Back there in that snowfield, when something came over me and I started attacking Dax and Brim and Carrion, it felt... I didn't like what it was, but it felt familiar, and I don't know why it felt familiar, and I don't think I want to know why it felt familiar. I know I said I was jealous of AJ before because AJ could remember their past, but now I don't think I want to remember.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, and I am at least feeling a little less bad for making the choice. I would have liked to have at least given you the option, but there wasn't time. But I'm glad.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. If I probably would have said no.
I'm glad that at least you seem to feel a bit more settled in yourself. Maybe.
I just.
Whether that's who you were or who you are now, I don't know. But
whoever it was before, I think they're gone. I hope they're gone. But I'm just happy being who I am now.
I'm glad.
And ultimately, that's what's important.
Yeah.
It's a lot to adjust to, but I hope that if things do come back, it's things that you can either be proud of that you did, or things that you can be proud to have moved on from. Whichever it is.
Well, I say I guess we'll see, but I hope we don't have to see.
Yeah.
I miss my workshop.
Was that the one you blew up back in, Bryn Shander?
Well, technically that was more like the fourth one I blew up in Bryn Shander, but yes.
Oh, well.
We're getting into a very Ship of Theseus thing there.
That's the thing about workshops, isn't it? You can set the one up
What's that?
what's
What's that Ship of Theseus?
Well, you haven't heard?
It's a philosophical question about the nature of permanence and identity and that sort of thing.
Does it blow up?
No.
It can.
If it's a ship, it could.
Don't encourage him.
Snicket, if you, it goes a little bit like this. If you had like a hand grenade, and you pulled the pin and it exploded, but you had the ability to collect, and then you could find most of the pieces of the grenades to reassemble it, but it obviously doesn't have all of the pieces. So you fix what you can, and then you use it again, but you can't find all the pieces, and you've still got some of the new stuff that you put in and the old stuff that you put in, and so you rebuild the grenade again, and you throw it and it explodes, and so on and so forth. Does it get to a point where do you have any of the same? Is it still the same grenade?
Oh, is it like my socks?
No.
Yes.
And he starts taking his boots off, and you can see that his socks are just completely patchwork, completely all made of patches.
Yes.
I suppose the question would be: is there any of the original sock left?
Yes. When did the patch just become the sock?
I don't know. I bought these off a guy named Locke. Lock's socks is also another. Lock's socks is also another philosophical argument. Yeah.
Why are you buying second-hand socks that are full of patches off people?
I like the colours.
Fair enough.
Can't argue with him there.
Yeah, no, fair enough. GM,
hello.
could I? I want to go and see
I'm
if those
involved in this at some point.
Yeah.
Let's just keep having an existential crisis that John can't do anything.
I don't know why I was expecting to go in the comments voice.
I would like to go and see if those wanted posters are still there, or indeed if new ones have been put up, or anything like that.
Okay.
Your one just has theft written in underneath.
You just start adding things onto it.
Yeah, it's a very poorly made one next to it, just saying, and he stole from my tavern.
Yeah.
Someone on the end, mine too.
Little post-it notes been added.
Yeah.
He stole from mine first.
Ooh. Apparently, the wanted board has now become a web forum where people are.
Yeah.
Just like a literal web, though.
I feel if one of the taverns did add a note on it, the other ones being rivals would also add their ones on, and then it would just turn into a slagging match of notes.
Yeah.
This is where we might get done for plagiarism, but they now call it Grog's List.
Grog's List.
Sorry. Quite like that. So are the I will tell people what I'm going to check on. But are they any different? Have they been taken down? Money added? Money taken off?
There are a couple of the two that you're looking for in particular are still there.
Mm-hmm.
There is also one that you can see a wanted poster for a tiefling.
Mm-hmm.
By the name of Avarice.
Oh.
That's not Cherish's sister name.
No.
No, you're good, boo. You're good.
Don't we know an Avarice? Hang on.
I don't know an Avarice.
It sounds familiar.
It does, but I'm like, okay.
No, I'm thinking of Asterix's.
Who was the chick? What was the person's name that was calling to Cherish last session? Was that Avarice?
Don't believe so.
I have no idea.
No, that was a name I definitely remember and am not looking up in my notes at the moment.
No.
Right now, very quickly.
He's definitely not. Why would you suggest such a thing?
Okanmara.
Okamara.
There's not even remotely.
None of the same letters, really.
Does Dax remember? Does Dax recognize this name or person in any way, shape, or form?
I think more you would notice that it mentions a association with the Arcane Brotherhood that you have heard mention of. Several wizards that you've dealt with, Vantamar Ness and Dzan and his simulacrum, were all members of the Arcane Brotherhood who had come here searching for something.
Can I read the poster in full just so I know what's there?
They suspect that she was involved in cult activities.
Now, could this be related to the other cult that we've put on the back burner to deal with our own mental health problems? That contact Cherish. Unclear. Okay. Well, this could be another one that goes in the back, but another one that's. You know what? I'm going to take that poster. Yeah. Now, if I remember rightly, I'd written something on my poster saying "Come and get me," or "I'm going to murder the lot of you." Something along those lines. Is that still there?
Familiar?
Yeah.
That poster's been replaced with a new, fresh poster.
Ah, right. Well.
It does look like your note may have got to whoever posted the poster.
I shall once again, add something on the effect of I'm back. No one, no one's here. You're a bunch of cowards. I will murder you all when I find you. Full stop.
Full stop.
You do also notice that as well as the several wanted posters that are up, there are a number of posters, as this appears to just be sort of a town meeting board. There are a number of posters for missing people.
Ooh. I'll check that out.
There are multiple names. The names aren't necessarily super important to you.
That is very callous, John.
It is. The names don't trigger any recognition from yourself. What you do notice is that the majority of them, not all of them, because there are some missing people from other places, but the majority of missing people posted here are from Caer Dineval.
Right. So maybe some weird stuff's going down at Caer Dineval. Where was the person who messaged Cherish about
Caer Dineval?
See, putting it together. I'll make a note of this. And this avarice person. Was there any mention there of Caer Dineval?
They had been spotted in Caer Dineval.
Okay. This is we should shout out the town meeting boards more often. This is a
minor information.
Yeah. It's a whole bunch of stuff. So after leaving my insulting note, I do want to go back to the tavern who was working on behalf of the one I robbed, right? That one. And just check in to see if anyone's, been come back looking for me or anything like that.
I'm sure they're so happy to see you.
Yeah.
You come through the door, he just rolls his eyes off.
Just starts opening the cash register.
He is not super happy to see you, unsurprisingly. He puts down the tankard he's polishing and Yes.
Ahoy hoy.
Hello.
You might not remember me.
No, I do remember you.
Oh, good. Has anyone been in again about the bounty on me?
Some people came in and asked who had left the note on the poster, yes.
Was this the people who were after me?
I assume they're working on their behalf, yes.
Oh, when was this?
Would have been about
10 minutes ago.
2-3 days ago.
They're there in the corner. Shit. Okay. That's it. Now, that money I took, and I'm going to take out the little pouch that I took from him. I'm keeping that, and then put it away again, and then walk off.
Thank you, Crone. Here's a purse of monies that I'm not going to give to you.
Yep. That's spot on.
Thank you.
What? You're welcome.
The money you stole from me, you're still stealing.
I believe I asked, and you gave it.
Yes,
At worst, asked with menaces.
Completely of my own free will. That money will.
Free will.
Money I gave you. You are keeping it. Good to know.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing.
I'm going to give it to charity, I think.
Is this a person or?
A charity is an institution dedicated to helping the less fortunate.
Not a person called Charity. Okay.
No. I mean, they might be. But that'd be a weird coincidence. But yeah, I'm keeping it, and yeah. I feel that was like I explained to you the moral unsoundness of your position and being involved with such people. And no, I'm not going to even say generously. You then decided to give me this money.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Bye. See you later.
Well.
Burns the tavern down on the way out.
Leaves the door open just to rub it in so the cold gets in.
And then I'll go back to our tavern.
Have fun.
Yes. Oh, I found out so much information.
Ooh, well done.
I'm going to get all my posters out that I've taken. Caer Dineval, people disappearing. Avarice person. Caer Dineval. Does anyone have any red string? And we can really
Oh,
get
yeah, I think I do.
a good board going here.
What are we just stitching?
Karen's going to have a very good look at the avarice one.
Okay.
Like, did it have like a like the two wanted posters that have a etching or a picture or anything like that on it?
It does have a description. Let me find the description.
Seems like a lot of these problems are centered around Caer Dineval. Aren't we heading there anyway?
I believe
we did have a distress call of sorts from people who've been in that area.
And I'm mighty curious about what they're
Why are they distressed?
I think a cult is going to kill them.
Yes, there is that.
That's
They were
distressing.
feeding it
Yeah.
something.
I mean, to put a spanner in the works, yes.
Yes. And that they've not consented to that. So
Hardly anyone gets
I mean,
consents to being eaten.
Depends what you're into.
Yeah.
Why would
What?
Why would someone want to be eaten? That sounds weird.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, it sounds surprising. Why? I don't know why anyone would want to be eaten. That sounds horrible.
Hold on. There is someone we can ask. Your mums, they eat people.
They have.
They commissioned the baby mulcher and everything.
God damn it. Every time.
They did not, but that reminds me, Snicket. They did say you still owed them.
I'm working on it.
The baby mulcher's coming along.
Have they asked you for anything specific?
No, they haven't.
Goat has done a spit take, apparently.
Just this baby mulcher. 5,000.
Yeah.
Copyright trademark LLC.
It comes with the 5,000 model comes with a baby hopper to store more babies in.
I thought it came with cup holders.
Yeah, and cup holders.
Avarice.
Anyway, yeah.
Avarice is noted to be a female tiefling.
Yes.
Albino.
Okay.
She has a familiar who is a raven. And travels frequently with a pair of gargoyles.
Travels.
Nasty business.
Who act as both bodyguards and scouts.
Okay.
And cathedral ornaments.
And occasionally cathedral ornaments.
Anything for the hustle.
Anything for the hustle.
Scouts and muscle.
So when you say albino, does that mean like very white skin?
Yes.
Because obviously
no
tiefling
pigment
skin.
whatsoever.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to,
Picture it.
Yeah. Starting from a tiefling.
White skin, white hair.
Pink eyes.
Yes.
Isn't Carrion? Doesn't he have white skin?
He does.
Yeah.
I thought it was like pale blue.
It's white, but it's got kind of a blue tinge to it.
Like ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like glacier ice.
I don't think I'm like.
I mean,
You
look at his phenomenally gorgeous picture, and you shall see.
But you wouldn't call Carrion an albino in the same way, would you? It just has white skin.
There's a white tieflings. It's never really. It doesn't really matter. Whatever color.
It's like with Carrion, it's like he's white, but he's white because that is his color. Albino is the complete lack of
Yeah, this is the thing I was getting at when I was asking about what an albino tiefling would look like.
Yeah, I get it.
So
we do see Carrion with other colors.
Like whereas Carrion has color in the horns and the hair, an albino tiefling does not have pigment in those. The horns do tend to go towards the sort of darker color towards the end where they are fully bone. But they are not pigmented, and neither is the hair nor the eyes. Carry on.
Yeah. The more my way would start. So yeah, he's just going to kind of like be. He would once you put that one down, he will kind of like slide it towards him and just kind of make some notes about it, and then slide it back. I'm not going to do any sort of sleight of hand because he's very bad at that. So you probably would have all seen it.
Okay. Tail sleight of hand and smashed his hand onto the table to grab it.
We're all pointing at the poster and like put stuff on it and made notes. And as we're like people making notes on the poster, Carrying just sliding it across, thinking no one
with their, like someone's put their drink on it and I've slided along with their drink on it.
This is flawless. No one will ever know.
And my notes and
do we still have some business with the woman I sent away? Verlaine.
I still have business with Verlaine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very inconveniently close names. I mean, she wants to get to the same place I think we're going to end up.
Yes. So
another person in there wouldn't be a bad thing, but obviously if we're not going there if we're not going to that right away, which I feel would be a bad idea to try and even attempt going there right away.
Well, Cherish, do you want to try and help these people who messaged you?
Yeah, we do. I do.
We should probably get to Bryn Shander and then onward to Dineval of the Caer.
That's fine.
Sorry, that drink went down really good.
So, are we going to head off to Bryn Shander? What's the plan in Bryn Shander?
I mean, I think we're checking in with brother Cherish Bro.
Cherish Bro.
I mean, Kieran, right?
If that's most certainly his name.
Yes, Kieran.
And also to this cult.
Yeah, I'll contact him saying that we'll go to Caer Dineval and take it from there.
Very smart.
Mm-hmm. And that, I don't think there's any way he can come back. Because I'm hoping that he'll give us more information from Bryn Shander if there's anything to keep an eye out for.
Well, we have to go through Bryn Shander to get to Caer Dineval, so...
Makes sense. We should do that then.
All right.
Well, to Bryn Shander.
So, from Caer Dineval, you're there already. Yay.
Yeah.
Woo!
From Bremen, you can travel to... You can travel straight to... to Bryn Shander, the trip takes 2 hours on mounts, which I believe you have your axe beaks again.
Yeah, we would have left them in Bremen, so... Nugget!
So basically, from Bremen, you sort of scout the edge of Targos and head on to Bryn Shander. You arrive in Bryn Shander early afternoon at this point. It's relatively easy to find
Kieran.
Cherish brother.
Cherish bro Cherish.
He is sort of on the outskirts of the town. There are 4 or 5 other members of the militia with him, and they're practicing sword fighting with mock dueling. And they all sort of look up as you approach, look round to see who's approaching, and several of them, like, they all immediately, like, lower their swords, and several of them, like, get the look on their face of meeting celebrities.
Oh my god!
One of them sort of does an about face, runs off and, like, trips over the fence and stacks it, blushes deeply, and then, like, picks themselves up and runs off towards, like, the building nearby. Kieran turns to see you, Cherish, and throws his arms around you and...
Hug!
Hey.
Sibling hugs!
No, he strangles you. He's attacking you.
Murders you. Just this is the end.
Oh, hell no!
I want to clarify, by the way, I've cast Disguise Self to give AJ sunglasses so nobody can recognize him.
Okay. Definitely nobody knows that you're AJ.
He's off duty.
Has anyone seen AJ?
Duty.
I can't see him anyway.
I don't know, guys. I haven't seen AJ at all.
Hey, guy, back off, okay? You're not in our group.
AJ just has sunglasses and, like, the big brown trench coat and a hat.
Yeah.
It's like a really fluffy, like, trench coat, though. It's like
indistinguishable.
Yeah, it's actually a big fluffy coat instead of a trench coat. It's
I
like
was totally picturing just like the trench coats that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles used to wear, where it's just like,
yes.
How does that even blend in?
No. I was just thinking of the fluffy coat, and it's AJ saying, "Grandma, it's me, Anastasia." Anastasia lady.
Kieran hugs. You're okay.
I'm fine. How's it going here?
I've been training with the militia, as you said. The sword fighting is rusty, but it's coming back.
That's good. Has there been any word from Mary at all?
No.
Okay. What about anything else? Have you had any other news about what's going on?
Some of my I made some friends with some people, and One of them was a wizard called Oaken.
Yeah, they.
Yeah, you said she was part of a search party.
Right.
Everybody got really worried because he's heard anything from anyone at Caer Dineval since the dragon attacked.
Well, we're going to go there next. We're just passing through. So don't worry.
Okay. And then I should stay here, right? Just wait for you to get back?
Yes, stay here until we find out of what else is going on. This is pretty much the best, safest town you can be in right now.
If Oaken's okay and you can send her home, we can message you.
Oh, yeah, we'll do.
Somebody else who can do it, but
it'll give us an idea.
Oaken already can. If they're... He looks worried, but if they're still alive.
Don't worry, we'll find out, and hopefully she's still okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Josh.
Always, my brother. Okay. Keep self-training, keep self-occupied. We'll let you know if we find out anything about Oaken.
Okay. Thank you.
I turn to the group. Oh, no.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
I turn to the group. No, basically, she's he's still there, and she turns around anyway. Okay, what's next? What do we do?
John, how far did you say Caer Dineval was from where we are now?
Again, using your mounts, you can get there in about just over 5 hours. So you'd be there just after sunset.
Okay.
And was it said that they'd heard from no one from Caer Dineval? So, if someone tried to message the magistrate or whatever speaker, nothing.
Nobody's been able to get any word out from Caer Dineval.
And this is talking days, weeks? The dragon attack, wasn't it?
It's now been just over a week since the dragon attack.
Okay. Well, this sounds like, if the whole town's gone quiet, that's very concerning. How many people live there?
Quite a few.
Yeah, that's one of them that's one of the bigger ones, right?
Populated ones, aye.
It's about 100 people live there.
Several.
Never mind. Maybe on the smaller side.
It's one of the medium towns. It's big enough that they can sacrifice, their sacrifice is food. That they can afford to sacrifice food.
Okay.
But they have 100 or so people. It's not a huge town.
Well, this is good because I was thinking that if someone had conquered that place, I'd be and it's 1,000 people live there. We're screwed because that's going to be a lot of people that invaded.
I feel we need a small army for that.
For the sake of you're going there and you're discussing it, I'll just go over quickly for those of you that know things about the 10 towns. I'll give you the brief overview.
Okay.
Caer Dineval is named for the fortress on the rocky shore of Lake Dineshire. It used to be that there was a ferry that ran from East Haven to Caer Dineval and then Caer Konig But 2 months or so ago, the lake froze over and the ferry can't go anywhere at the moment, which has effectively cut off Caer Dineval and Caer Konig from easy transport. Their speaker has been sick for a number of months at this point and hasn't made any public appearances or any attempt to talk with the Council of Speakers, as buzz around Caer Dineval was to try and get them to get the ferry running again. The heraldry of the town features a crenellated stone watchtower on a dark blue field with a red fish beneath it, representing the town's vigilance, harbour, and that they go fishing. It was common up until the lake froze over for people to travel to Caer Konig by either land or lake. The castle itself, the Caer, was built about 400 years ago by Cormian founders of the town. AJ, being a bard, you'll likely know the story of the Dinevs who settled Caer Dineval.
Mm-hmm.
They built a large and impressive castle, and then people that worked for them building the castle and others seeking the safety of the castle built their town around the castle. You would know at least one song that talks of the marauding orc horde that descended on Caer Dineval shortly after the construction was finished. The Dinevs, alarmed by the size of the horde, barred the gates and refused entry for anyone to the Caer. And the townsfolk were slaughtered, and after a grueling 3-week siege, the Dinevs were also slaughtered by the orcs, and so ended the reign of the Dinevs.
Thank you, John, for that lovely bedtime story.
Yay! There is a tavern in the town called the Uphill Climb. There used to be an inn in Dineval called Dinev's Rest, but it closed down about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is the end of the information about Caer Dineval.
Thank you.
It's about 5 hours trip.
Should we get close to it and camp overnight? I assume. Well, would we want to go in after sundown?
I think it's a good idea to stake the place out a bit, because something's clearly going on there,
and we
don't.
And we can't. We need to rest by that point.
Yeah.
Maybe if we get close, we could see, if the lights are on and things from a distance. Perhaps.
If we get close enough, we can try and if we can try and get any sort of like higher elevation, we can get an overlook. I don't know. I can't remember the geography of that area, so I don't know if we can. But if we could try and get like a higher vantage, we could get a good look around, see if there's anything milling around.
See if we can catch them unawares, see what they've got, see things happening. It's a good plan.
Then let us saddle up.
The town is built into a cliff face. There is a hill that does go up above the town, so you might be able to get a vantage point down onto it.
How much time does that add to the travel, though?
It wouldn't add any time to the travel, really.
Okay, cool. That sounds like a good place to camp, then.
Mm-hmm.
You head out, and you ride bitter cold, but nothing you're not slowly becoming numb to at this point. The sun starts to set. And you arrive at a hill that should give you a vantage to overlook Caer Dineval.
Except they built a massive wall.
Those goddamn walls.
They've built a wall specifically in front of this hill that says, "Fuck you guys.
I don't think you stand for.
Don't like nosy
Yeah,
neighbors."
speaks you rolled in on.
Roll me perception checks as you look down the hill.
Ooh.
I'll give it a go. I'm not promising nothing.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna be right back again.
Foundry, please.
Foundry, please.
Please. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We take those.
So very obviously for everybody, what should be a town, there is not. It looks like the dragon spent time here destroying every single building.
Also, return, what the fuck?
Is there a single house standing?
There is not a single house, tavern, shop.
Oh.
The only thing left standing is the fortress.
Well, that's just...
Does it look like an ordinary fortress?
It looks like an old fortress. That's about what everybody can see. AJ, Carrion, Brim, and Dax. As the light is going away and it's difficult to see in the darkness, even through dark vision, you can clearly make out several last stand moments. There are dead bodies around the town and blood splatter, and not just the fact that the town got crushed, but the people did not make it out either.
Great.
Dax and Brim. With sight beyond sight, you see that the doors to the castle, the doors to the Caer, the fortress, stand open. That lights are on inside. something is there.
Someone's home.
Yeah, scary cult, do you think?
Oh, without a doubt. Shall we go see?
I don't know if people want to camp overnight first, or... I mean, I probably think that we're not at the level where we're going to get any exhaustion yet, are we, GM?
You've got to, you can push on for a while. It's early evening. It's like 5 o'clock, 5:30 at this point. Like, the sun sets real early in the day at the moment. You've got a few hours that you could easily go in there and scout around before you'd need to come back and sleep for the night. Or you could start sleeping early and be up for the morning.
I mean, I think, the longer we wait, some weird cult shit's going to happen and people get hurt, killed.
Yeah, I think we just get on what we need to do and go.
But we don't have any idea what's here.
Oh.
And my suggestion. All right, this Amy's got bad head.
Okay.
It has happened. The bad head has happened.
But we have no idea how long whatever we're going to do down there is going to take. It could take us hours.
You know what? You're right.
It is a keep. If there's no if it isn't the cult, well, we could at least ask to stay a while, at least for the night.
We had basically. I won't be surprised if there's any Dwagar still lingering about.
Maybe they are leaderless.
Well, no. If you think about, remember, when the dragons attacked at the time, the Dwagar then start attacking, the actual, the townspeople and everything.
Right.
So I'm worried that they'll still be lingering around. They'll post, despite their leaderless, I wouldn't be surprised if they still follow the orders to wipe anything out.
Well, we won't know until we get closer, won't we?
Yeah.
Can we rest until the very small hours of the morning? And catch them perhaps when they might be asleep?
Yeah. We can do that, me.
Does that work?
I believe it does. Right?
Yeah.
I'm happy if people want to wait. As I said, my concern is that there's people dying in there.
And we sat around for a couple of hours having a chat in a tavern while that happened.
You know what?
It isn't going to make a difference.
Carrion, that is an excellent point. Fantastic point. I retract any objection.
Can you message the person who messaged you? Does it work like that? Only because if they're in there, maybe we can get some information before we go in. But I don't know how that magic works.
I'm not familiar with the person, and I need to have at least met them to do sending.
Yes.
Where this person was.
You need a description, I believe.
I think isn't it it's less chance of working the less familiar you are with them. So it can be a bit of
You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature of which you are familiar. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender, if it knows you, and can answer in like manner immediately. Spell enables creature to they need to have at least an intelligence of 1. Send a message at any distance, even to other planes of existence, but the target has different planes. Is there a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive? So it's like, the main thing is he's saying that a creature of which I am familiar. I am not familiar with this creature at all.
No, you're not. Even with the description, you'll probably still not be familiar with him.
Okay.
Other than a name, I don't really have. But...
Not really.
Well, we're going to rest up and then we'll want a good watch on tonight because we could be we could be camping next to really evil, dangerous people.
We probably are.
We've got the hut and we've got the sky behind us. So I think we can colour it to that, can't we?
Yes.
So we should be harder to spot on the ridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will be able to take a watch as well. To add it to courtesy.
Yeah.
We rest then.
Yeah.
We do that. I can rest. The rest of the very EP.
Could I ask? I'm gonna pick somebody at random.
Ooh.
Oh, heck.
Oh, dear.
Tanny.
It appears Tanny's gone away and had been replaced by some sort of hawk.
Hawk Tanny. Could you roll me a d6?
Yes, I can. Boink. A boink. A 4!
Okay.
Do you know what I think? Mangoes.
We're all dead.
No, mangoes.
Mangoes?
I really fancy my mango sorbet right now, but I'm going to wait until tomorrow.
Okay. That's a thing that occurred. You did that thing.
What was that?
And that thing is on you guys.
Oi, what you doing?
You spend a night in the hut. And you rest. And you each take a watch.
I'm a click long rest, just.
And the morning
because...
arrives.
As will I.
At some point around the start of the third watch, Timothy catches up with you.
Hey, Timothy!
Hey!
Not travelling as fast as the rest of you, but not needing to stop for rests.
Just kept going, the man. Kept going.
The light arrives the following morning. I'll just give AJ a rest as well, just in case they need it.
Are we gonna rest until like a little bit before the sun comes up?
Yeah.
I assume.
That is a sound plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You rest until the first light colours the sky. And you get up. And how do you How do you head through the town?
Riding on the back of Timothy. as we bang and clatter pots and pans.
Okay.
Ding dong.
Go for the stealthy
Loudly
approach, then.
proclaiming that you are here.
Yeah,
Ah, bitches.
I think if the stealthier members want to head off and there's like nothing standing. There's no like cover to hide behind. There's just the Caer and there's just the Caer. Okay, I guess to the front door then.
Okay. Are you trying to approach stealthily? Like, there's not a lot to hide behind, but you can try and like move quietly and hope for the best.
If it's in like a rock face, was that how it was described?
So, yeah, it's at the top of a cliff.
So yeah, if we can sort of skirt around to try and be as out of view of the front as possible.
Could everybody roll me a stealth check, please?
Oh boy. Stealth checks. My
Yay, yes I can.
favorite. Everything's fine.
Nope.
Okay. Okay, not bad. You pick your way through the town. There is the foul stench of decay in the air as you make your way through the town.
Well, shit.
It becomes blindingly obvious, in case it hadn't the previous night. This morning it becomes blindingly obvious to the rest of you that why nobody has heard from Caer Dineval since the dragon attack.
Dead.
You make your way to the castle, the Caer, the fortress on the hill. You can see as you approach that it has 2 large iron portcullises and 2 large wooden doors that would normally seal off the entrance, but they currently stand open.
Oh.
Is that a good sign or a bad sign?
I'm guessing bad sign.
Are they open because they just left the doors open? Or is it open because something's just burst through them?
Yeah, is it
They
being
look
forward
like
this?
they could be closed.
Right.
It does not look like they are damaged in such a way that they have been forced open.
I think this looks like that the people who normally they'd be trying to keep out and therefore shut the doors are inside and in charge. So why close the doors?
Inside the double doors, you see a snow-covered courtyard. Footprints cross it and lead to various doors around the perimeter of the courtyard, including the tall double doors of the keep itself. But more eye-catchingly within the courtyard are the frozen bodies. There are 4 completely frozen humanoid bodies. A human, 2 elves, and a dwarf, who all appear to have been in the final moments of a fight when they have frozen solid.
Is it just they've frozen, like, in terms of, are there like icicles on them to like show any like direction of where they froze from, or is it just like the icicles just hanging down?
Roll me a history check.
A history check?
Yes.
A history check? You said a history check, right? Okay,
I said a history check. Roll
That's right,
me
that's
a
right.
history check.
14?
You recall some details that you've previously heard about the Knights of the Black Sword.
Oh no.
Right.
The Knights of the Black Sword are a cult that worship Levistus.
They do.
They have. Oh, right, yeah.
The Levistus is a really bad guy.
Yeah, he's an archdevil. He's a bad.
Yeah, like as guys go, they're pretty bad.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the bad, they're kind of in the like upper 9s at least.
You also recall that Levistus deals with ice and cold and generally this is their realm. And that cultists of Levistus suffer from all of them suffer from a curse that is known as the Icy Doom. When they die, their body freezes for 9 days.
Right.
During which time, nothing can thaw it. It can't be harmed by fire, animated, or raised from the dead.
Right. I relay that information to the rest of the group.
What happens after 9 days then?
Are they in the same armor of the Knights of?
They are they are indeed in matching armor of the Knights of the Black Sword.
Would we recognise them from the tower at all?
One of them was there, yeah.
Well, shit. That's one of them from that tower.
Well, what killed them?
I don't know, and this is from
Next question. Is this? Sorry, no. Go ahead.
If they were fighting the defenders, and the defenders killed these 4, they would freeze.
Then where are the defenders?
Well, there was more cultists. You know, there was 10, and 4 of them got killed.
Do we see like any bodies other than these 4?
You do not.
But it looks like there was a fight here.
It does, yes.
Right. I guess we should keep our eyes peeled for anything or anyone as we go throughout this place. Today, we haven't approached the statues, have we? Have we?
I believe we're like at the gates looking through.
Oh, right.
Or near the gates looking through, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to get closer, please.
Okay.
Move closer.
I'm gonna move you a little bit closer, and then I'm gonna press the button to take us to the map.
Whoa.
Heckin' map.
Mappy map. Beepity map.
Just gonna need to press that
a button, I'm assuming.
first.
All of the buttons.
And then these buttons in this order. That button, and then that button.
That butt. The butt.
Yep.
Whoa.
Press that button. Ooh, hello.
Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. Do do do.
I don't currently have tokens for frozen dead bodies. So what I'll do is
Okay.
I'll put out some commoners for you.
Unleash the commoners.
Can we put the skull thing over them? Yeah. Now we know that they're dead.
Brim,
Hi.
as you approach the bodies, roll me an investigation check.
Oh, here we go. Please, no.
Oh, they're dead.
Oh, yeah, that can't do anything for him. I'll just re-roll that and mark off the lucky. That's better.
That's a bit better.
That's better. We take those.
Looking at these bodies, they don't appear to be... The way they're positioned, the fight that you assume from this being their final moments would have occurred here. They don't seem to be on the aggressor front. They're not attacking this keep.
Oh, these were the defenders.
They were defending.
No, what attacked you? Well, I can guess it was probably giant and metal and breathing fire, but
you can see that they've got
they
weapon
held the
attacks. Like they've been attacked by blade and by claw in places and fire burning in others.
Right. No, they weren't. They weren't here attacking the keep. They were here defending it. And whoever or whatever took the keep from them is most likely still here.
But these are the Knights of the Black
Yes.
Order.
What would attack them?
Other cultists. Other people. Another adventuring party, maybe. If I had to guess, probably another set of cultists. Due to the claw marked here and what looked like the lashing of a dagger attack from other places. And fire. Lots of fire.
Hmm.
That's not screaming cult to me.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what it's screaming, but it's not screaming cult.
GM, which is the way into the actual keep itself?
There's a big double door here. This door seems to lead into a maybe stables area.
Could I go and listen at the big double door and see if I can hear anything?
You may.
Do you want me to roll perception?
Yes, please. It's a big, heavy door. It's difficult to hear through. but you're very skilled at hearing through things.
John.
Hello.
I'm going to use my eyes and my object sight for any kind of magic.
I thought you were just going to leave it there. I'm just going to use my eyes.
I'm going to use my eyes.
You know what? I'm so sorry for myself.
Thank you, Tanny. Yes, you will use your eyes.
Thank you, Brown.
You press your ear to the big, heavy wooden door of the keep, and you strain to hear anything on the other side. It is difficult. It's very muffled sound on the inside, but you can hear the sound of something messily eating.
Oh, I'm going to very quickly explain that to my friends here.
These guys I've travelled here with.
My friends and these guys.
I don't like the sound of that.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
No, that's bad.
John, are there any window slits or anything anywhere?
There are arrow slits quite high up in the keep.
When you say quite high up, how high up are we talking?
Second floor.
Okay.
This the keep was designed to withstand sieges. Not amazingly well, because after 3 weeks the orcs got inside and killed everybody. But
for 2 weeks and 6 days, it was brilliant.
For two weeks and most of that time, it was fine. I mean, they probably had also shut the door, so...
Do we... Is it worth flying up to look in the windows? Or is that too risky?
I mean, I don't know how much we can see, because if it's the second floor and we're hearing this noise from the first floor, or if there might be a floor blocking the view.
It's just whether there's, signs of movement being lived in some way, but you're right.
If only I'd gotten fine familiar on before I'd come to this.
John, how heavy are these doors?
Good question.
Are they the kind of doors, do they open outwards?
No, they open inwards.
Open inwards, okay.
They're large, heavy doors that if locked and bolted the correct way, would withstand a battering ram for a little while.
I mean, we could check out the stables as well, because there might be other ways through.
What's the door here look like? These, both sides?
These appear to go into towers that you can see rising up to the same height as the walls. They do look a little lighter duty, I believe.
I would say maybe we should check those out, but if the gate's open, they're hardly going to be manning the towers. Whatever
And they would have seen us at this point as well.
Aye.
Could I go and try this the same listening at the door trick for the stables, GM?
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
Also, do I sense any magic, John?
Nothing other than what you're expecting.
What we're seeing with the team. Okay.
Your team and the 4 frozen guys are magic in that you think you found a door, Dax.
Sounds like a door.
That's what the kids are calling it nowadays.
A door.
You're fairly certain that this is a door, and that's what a door sounds like.
Yeah.
Who is that? The door. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna try and perceive it for him.
I don't know if what I want to attempt with the.
Sorry, Tanny,
big
you have
door.
no idea that he's failed it.
No, I don't, but I'm going over there to see if he's gonna go in there. I look at him. Anything?
I can't hear anything. I'm assuming that's what I would say. Like I can't hear.
You don't appear to be able to hear anything on the other side. But you are certain that this is what a door sounds like.
Can I push the door and see if it opens?
It does indeed. The door swings open to a kennel, and you can see the sleeping form of a pair of sled dogs and a sled and all of the requisite harnesses to attach a sled to a sled dog.
Oh, nice.
Now I could have a chat with these dogs and see what they know.
Sup. Yeah.
But I mean, if they've been kept in here, they might not actually know anything.
This is true.
Has someone been like feeding them recently? Like, is like
difficult to say. They don't appear to be emaciated in any way.
I think we should try the big door and just see what happens.
Can Timothy knock on the door and we stand back a bit?
I wish to attempt something.
Oh.
Is there a gap under the door?
I don't think there would be.
A gap between the door?
Very small.
Like, couple of centimeters?
Yeah.
Now you can tell me if you could say no to this if you want, John.
Okay. I'm prepared to maybe say no.
I wish to pull out a coin and concentrate on it for a minute and want to cast Tiny Servant on the coin.
Okay.
With its little legs on the edge of the coin, so it's upright. And I want to send him through the crack in the door. And then get him to come back out. And then on the slurry and mud, do a very, very crude drawing of what he saw.
Okay. You pick out the gold piece, silver piece. What do we?
Silver.
Silver. You pull out the silver.
Not gonna waste the gold on him. Although, admittedly, he turns back in 8 hours, but still.
And you hold it out, and it sits in your hand for a second, and then legs sprout out of it, arms sprout out of it, and it picks itself up, and you can see sort of the face on one side of the coin gives you a quick wink, and it jumps off your hand and holds its arms up above itself and squeezes through the crack in the door.
Yeah.
And a minute or two passes. And then
Stop my silver things.
the coin squeezes back out.
Okay.
And it looks up at you with a wide single eye in the head on the side that has heads.
I find him like a stick or something, like a tiny stick. So, can you just give a rough idea of what you saw?
It takes the stick and it starts drawing into the mud and snow of the courtyard. And it outlines 3 tables. And in the distance, 3 sets of stairs. And sitting at the left table, it draws a very crude figure of a female wearing metallic armor with large horns and a fire burning between the 2 horns.
Apparently that's in there.
And she is
What the hell is that?
depicted in the picture. She is holding like a bowl of porridge.
I'm going to pick up my coin friend. I'm going to pick up my coin friend. Well done. I'm going to put him in my pocket, like my bag for now, separate from my other bunny.
He gives you a thumbs up and leaps into your backpack.
Yeah.
Woohoo! So is that?
I have
That's not a good thing.
I rarely get to use tiny servant. I don't know what that is. Some sort of looks some sort of devil or something to me.
Don't suppose it could be our saying avarice, could it?
Well, she's a wizard. This has got some sort of metallic armor. Well, I say wizard. She's a spell. She's a part of an arcane brotherhood, so I'm going to assume a wizard or sorcerer or something. So I don't think metal armor is really her deal.
But there are. I feel like there can be. I've heard of popular arcane knights. You can still cast spells with the heavy armor, but
true. Hold on. Cole pulls out the coin again.
Yeah.
Was this woman? Points at the woman. Was this woman like really white?
Shakes head.
No, it's not her.
Well, fair enough. Well, whatever we're gonna do, we should probably do it.
The coin gestures for the stick again.
I get you the stick.
Starts drawing in the mud again, and it draws a large, sharp, spiked pike.
Ooh.
And then it points to her and points to the pike.
So she's wielding that, or she has that?
Shrugs at wielding, nods at has.
She has a big pike.
Okay. So it's like, is this potentially more of like a demon or devil than a tiefling?
I mean,
because they have horns, right?
They don't have the Bernie thing. But then at the same time, I don't know much about. She could be a tiefling.
No, I'm thinking it's more like the demon or devil because.
I mean, she's most likely some sort of devil, because the Bernie thing between the horns.
That's the dogs. Can we make the dogs make sound and see if she comes out to them? Was there another door in the stable?
There is not.
So she'd have to come out
through this door.
if they were hers. Then at least we could maybe see her from a distance. I don't know.
I think that's a good idea.
Or if you could lay some sort of trap for her out here, then she has to come into it rather than we have to go in there.
Well, but I think that's what I was saying. If we get to come out, we can have set up a trap or like be in good position to be in cover and surprise and.
Okay then, that sounds like a plan. I'm excited to be part of it.
John, which way did the door to the stables open?
Apparently, whoever it is has gotten the physician's touch.
My bad.
They would open.
Never mind. Bryn is touching himself.
They would probably open out of the kennels.
Okay. And this was a lighter door, I assume. Is it light enough to push with Mage Hand? It can't carry more than 10 pounds, but would 10 pounds of force shuffle the door around?
Which door? The kennel door?
Yeah.
You could probably close it with Mage Hand.
Okay. I can do that from 30 feet, so we can get some distance. Unless you can think of a different way to rile the dogs up. I don't want to hurt them, but...
I think that's a good... Now, when this person comes out, are we going to fight them? Talk to them? Trap them?
I mean, I feel if they're
first,
if they're able to answer questions, it would be good to get the answers out of them.
But are we assuming they're an enemy here?
I don't know.
No.
I mean,
knock and try and talk and see what she says.
Because if we just want to talk, then although I think Moss's plan is brilliant, we could just knock.
But then if she is an enemy, we are at disadvantage.
What if I go and knock?
We do outnumber her.
But we don't know if there's any more in there. If we knock, she could get 50 guys to pile the door and then come out.
Not to mention she might be very powerful.
Well, my problem is if she comes out to check on the dogs and we just say to her, "Hello, we need to ask you some questions," we've lost the element of surprise. She could shout for help. So I just think, are we gonna, when she comes out, we're gonna try and attack her?
But if she comes out, we get her where we want her, and then surround her. She's on her own, and yes, she could just call for help. But then we know there's more help coming. And
okay, I think it's a good plan to get her out of there.
But it's basically getting her where we want her rather than where she wants us.
Alternatively, I could do that phase step thing to get away from her if you guys all hid.
I think rile the dogs up in a not too unpleasant way. Well, as I said, when I'm trying to hurt them, is probably a good way to get her attention. And you can do that with Mage Hand, and we can be, taking positions and.
So where are you positioning yourselves?
What are these things here, John?
They're small, like, supply huts.
I think Moss is going to be like around the corner so that she can mage hand from there and then step out and potentially shoot as she needs to.
Like, betwixt the supply huts.
Okay, I'm going to move that AJ goes around this corner.
I'm assuming that's another tower door behind me, John.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm debating whether I use invisibility or not, just in case.
I don't know where to go. I'm going to go pro where Timothy is right now.
Screw it. I'm invisibling.
Invisibling.
I'll go by Moss, and that's a good place to be.
Gives us some distance.
Okay, very EP, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you doing to rile up the dogs?
So, from wandering past, was there like a broom in there or anything that she could knock over that would make a clatter to shock the dogs and get them to start?
There is a sled and like the harness hanging.
Yeah, so she's gonna basically do her best to fling the harness around, lift it off of what it is hung up on so that it kind of drops to the floor and drags around, just like clanging bits of metal from the harnesses onto the stone floor.
It loudly clangs to the ground and makes a heck of a racket, and the two dogs that are in there start barking and going absolutely nuts.
It is a invisible mage hand as well, isn't it?
It is, yes. For you.
Yeah. For me.
A few minutes pass, and the dogs show no sign of stopping. And you hear the sound of the front door of the keep swinging open. And a tall female with deep purple skin, large horns that have sort of the sweeping back horn, and then another horn coming out of the sides of them that curl up above the head, and above the head is sort of a crown of fire between the two horns. Shining silvered plate metal armor with a pauldron with vicious blades sticking out of the left shoulder, and a deep red cape suspended over her back. A pike held in her right hand. She approaches the dog shed.
Do we have a picture of her, like full picture of her at all?
I will see if I can do something with that. No, we don't.
God damn it.
She gets to the door of the dog shed, and in a loud voice, speaks in a guttural language.
Do any of us know this language?
Some of you do.
Oh, yeah. I totally do.
Yep.
Yep.
Does anyone over my side know the language?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
The dogs immediately whimper and stop. And feeling proud of herself, she shuts the door and starts to go back into the...
If anyone's going to say anything.
I think Cherish is too stunned to speak.
Fuck it. Moss. As she starts to walk away, Moss was like, we'll step out around the corner. Like, I'm sorry I scared your dogs, miss. I wondered whether you had anywhere warm.
Measuring.
Yeah, I'm just getting prepped.
In fact, since I'm invisible anyway.
She says some guttural language to you that you do not understand.
What the fuck?
Mannerisms. Like, does she look angry that I'm there? Does she look...
She looks generally angry.
Oh, boy.
But, like more angry?
No, not more angry. She looks like she has an angry face to begin with.
Resting bitch face. Resting bitch face.
The question... The language is harsh.
I'm sorry, I don't understand you. Do you understand me?
Do you pledge yourself to the nine-fingered hand? She says in common.
Does Moss know what that is? It's come up at some point, hasn't it?
Yes. It's another cult that is active within the area. And
do you seek
it's
to pledge yourself to the nine-fingered hand.
It's bad.
I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
The nine-fingered hand welcomes any who pledge themselves to Asmodeus.
Oh.
Or we can leave you out in the cold. And she gestures to the four figures behind her.
I don't know. I just want to be warm.
Then I can help you with that in one of two ways.
Uh-oh.
How long would you like to be warm for?
In the peak where I can see I see Bryn where I am? Can I see Bryn where Cherish is?
You'd probably be able to make him out. Like, you would know where he hid.
Yeah, I look at Bryn as start saying start moving forward. Can you get there? Because she's worried that if she were to move, she's not going to be quiet because of her armor. She's worried, but she trusts Bryn to get there.
She holds out...
Thumbs up back. Move a little bit closer.
Holds out her hand that isn't holding the pike and just fire. Do you wish?
I don't want to. I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Trial by combat.
Ah!
Do you seek entry to the nine-fingered hand? Or are you wasting my time?
I'm sorry, she's starting to stutter because she doesn't know quite what to say. And it would be clear to anyone who's listening that she's kind of like...
Oh, Jesus Christ, my cat.
Can't figure out how to respond as like, do I, don't I? But she's trying to play it off very much like she's trying to make the decision as to whether she freezes or not.
I'm gonna look at Snicket and be like, sort of whisper, like, we're gonna have to attack. This is getting out of hand.
I feel seeing Moss with this conversation. I am just going to let whip with a mind whip.
Okay. I'm going to go to the initiative tracker then. I'll come back to the mind whip in a moment. That'll be Sean's first turn.
Yeah.
I would like to re-roll my... I'd like to use Lucky again and re-roll my initiative, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I would like to have Lucky to be able to do that.
I'll roll for AJ.
Also roll for...
John.
Poor Tim.
Yes, Tanny.
I think I'm going to head off because it is getting pretty late and I do need to get up in the morning.
I was going to just say, like, we'll roll the initiative. The fight starts. I'm just going to roll for the one attack that's happened, and then we'll stop because it's getting late.
Okay, thank you. I was like, oh, please, I don't want to have already have a long night session. Smack him real good. Also, what the fuck, Timothy? Oh, fuck.
That is a 17.
That's one more than I would have wanted. So they still take half the damage. They still take half the damage, but they don't have the other part of that. They are choosing one thing, not all three.
They whip round, and I believe you become visible.
I become visible.
Visible! And there is a carrier.
I don't have greater yet.
They see both you and Brim. Roll me a stealth check.
Well, hopefully it's better than the roll I just did, but... There you go, 17.
They see Carrion they hiss at you with a guttural voice, and then we'll come back to this combat next time.
Snazzy.
Yes, we'll come back to this cliffhanger in the next session.